Look at this problem. We want to find all tuples where a and b are integers, n is a natural number, and a must be congruent to b mod 3. So let's just mod 3 of this equation because, well, mod 3, that's kind of just intuitively suggesting that mod 3 of this equation is going to reveal to us something. So let's do that. So we get that a squared plus b squared is going to be congruent to 10 to the n plus 3 mod 3. And then when we simplify this, we would get that a squared plus b squared is going to be congruent to 1 to the n, and then plus 3 mod 3 is just 0, so it's just 1 to the n mod 3. And then we just have that a squared plus b squared must be congruent to 1 because anything to the n, or 1 to the n for any n is just congruent to 1. And so now let's do this into cases. Let's say a is congruent to b is congruent to 0. That's going to be the first case. A congruent to b congruent to 1 is the second case. A congruent to b congruent to 2 is the third case. So if a and b are both congruent to 0, then that means we'll get like 0 plus 0, that's never going to equal 1. So there's no possible solutions there. Now if a and b are 1, we're going to get 1 plus 1, and that's 2. That's not 1, so there's no solutions there. If a and b are 2, we actually have that 2 squared is equal to 4. So equal to 4, which is congruent to 1 mod 3. And so we would also still get that this is 1, so that's going to give 2, which is not 1. And so there's no solutions. And so that leaves the final answer of no possible solutions for this problem.